Hey friends, I'm glad to connect with you today and I'm thinking of you. I'm wondering, how are you doing? What a week we are in the middle of in our nation. Maybe you've been glued to the news, maybe you've been turning off the news, but I'm wondering, how are you feeling? I think for most of us, the stress that's in the air, we feel it. And I know among us in our church family, we are people who have different kinds of opinions, different kinds of votes, different kinds of emotions and experiences. And I'm glad that Jesus brings us all together. So, in the midst of this week, I just wanted to take this brief moment just for a moment of peace. And I just want to remind you of a couple of things today. The first thing I want to remind you of is that the presence of Jesus changes everything. That his presence in the midst of all the crazy really does change everything. And that he invites us to rest, not by escaping our reality, but by experiencing his presence in our reality. Remember, we're looking together in this season at his invitation in Matthew chapter 11 from the Message, when Jesus said, "Are you tired, worn out, burned out on religion? Come to me, get away with me, and you'll recover your life. I'll show you how to take a real rest. Walk with me and work with me and watch how I do it. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace. I won't lay anything heavy or ill-fitting on you." Jesus says, "Keep company with me and you'll learn to live freely and lightly." Friends, that's what I'm praying for you these days, that you will encounter Jesus and remember that his presence with us really does change everything. And second, I want to remind you today that if you are a follower of Jesus, then that means you are a citizen of the kingdom of God. And the kingdom of God has not been shaken. That the King of Kings is seated on the throne and there's no election there. That seat is not vacant or up for debate. This week I was talking with Chris Sipka. She was telling me about the Bible study that they're doing over at his place. They're studying a book by James Bryan Smith. Maybe many of you have read some of his books before. And he makes this wonderful statement, and it's a great statement for us to affirm these days. He says, "You are one in whom Christ delights and dwells. You live in the strong and unshakable kingdom of God. The kingdom of God is not in trouble, and neither are you." Friends, I want to encourage you to rest in that reality today, to know that the kingdom of God is not shaken. And in fact, it's these kinds of moments in our lives and in our world that are packed with potential to encounter Jesus. So keep your eyes wide open for opportunities to love and live generously with others the way that God lives towards us. So keep loving big, keep going. Friends, I'm cheering you on. I'm praying for you. I love you, and I'll see you soon.